Hello, welcome back this evening. I've taken a couple of hours break, but I'm ready to continue on. No camera today, so I put an image of my character drawn by my friend Claire, Felflone, in the bottom right, or bottom left, to just cover up the chat. So, alright, let's get on with it and let's move on. Let's stop this Spotify track. Alright, and bring game track. Let's put game volume down a little bit. Right. I think that I've leveled up my maxed out my Machinist. I've now done a little bit off stream as well. I am now a level 97 Sage. Right, let's head off to the new area. No, I don't. You're right. Heritage Bound, the area below Alexandria. Oh, someone's got their chocobo mount. Where do I need to go? This way. Touring farmlands with the queen of another nation is not how I expected to spend my day. There it is, Sphene. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let us head back to the farm we passed earlier. Your is Halo, is it? It is called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're off to your is Halo. I'm staying local. Got the T-Rex up. Jill, it's now expedition, trying to figure out where we are, what's happening, what happened, who people are, where they come from, all that jazz, fun jazz. Allow me to introduce you to Mahawasa, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad of farming techniques. Instead, the wealth of knowledge she has shared with the other farmers is what has allowed this place to flourish. Queen Sphene, to what do I owe this sudden shower of praise? My apologies for the intrusion. I'm come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more about Alexandria, and so I invited them to see how our crops are grown. I do hope that's alright. So the rumours of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of host would it be to deny them to look around? And I gather your majesty also intended a check on things here. You know me too well, Mwasa. I thought to seize the opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions. I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear to have her permission, so please walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go on ahead. I'll keep Sphene company. Not letting her out of my sight. I don't understand. I'm not the suspicious type, but given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point, but be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wookalamat's watchful eye. Pray, come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken with our other farmhands. I wish I could just go around on the edge like this. bushes, okay. Gourds. Depending on who you speak to. Horn. Light levels appear to be fine. As for the power source... You wish to know about my job? I tend to the fields, mostly watering the crops, keeping the soil fertile and so on. It admittedly took some time until I fully understood how best to carry out my duties. I also manage the lamps we use in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. The land and sky being where they are, ensuring a rich harvest makes for constant work, but honestly, I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, I didn't grow up knowing much of anything about farming. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Oh, an unfamiliar face. I gather this is your first time on site then? Well, this here is a storehouse, or rather, the entrance. The rear storehouse is underground, much more spacious and equipped with a temperature regulating system to keep the harvest from spoiling. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild beasts from wandering inside, which makes a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. We've even got a few beds down there for emergencies. My parents often complain about how Alexandrian technology has and complicate our lives, but it's take my job for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing. From there, find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. The work is hard, I'll not deny, but I'll take great satisfaction in what we do. Saying that you and yours are visitors from beyond the barrier. That true? So it is, which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have a desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with my life here in Alexandria. But setting that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here, at Yopati's Halo, we produce not only fruit and vegetables, but also meat, poultry and eggs. Tending to animals is an absolute joy, but I have to be careful not to grow attached. It's always a little sad when they're shipped off, but a job is a job. Well, I need to get back to it. But it was nice talking to you. Please give my regards to the Queen. Back to Her Majesty? Question mark. It's a shame Conan's not here to see all these bizarre contraptions. I see. Don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you had your fill of speaking with the farmers? Then let us return to Mahawasi. Well, what is your interpretations of the farm? I'm surprised that everyone loves their work. Yeah, everyone's too happy. A curious observation. Do you not love your own work? But I jest. It's true that people in the outskirts seem most fulfilled. Always, they take to their duties with good cheer. And what did you think of our little tour, Lamity? What did you call me? That inappropriate. My apologies. I had the others call you that by that name, and I thought... No, no, it's fine. As you said before, there are no need for titles and formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed that machines could be used to overcome so harsh an environment. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. The feeling is understandable. Indeed, many still find the machinery behind me baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though. Acting up, you say? To shreds, you say? You needn't worry, my queen. It happens fairly often. Put simply, it's taken in water that has strong lightning charge. But we think some creatures have become charged up with energy, and they're releasing it into the river as it was the source. The system would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with, but I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. We could take care of it if you'd like. That is most gracious of you to offer, but it is much too dangerous. Oh, it's no trouble for the vow of resolve in Tuliolal. Regardless of how your relationship between our nations may develop, if these people are in need, I want to help. Simple as that. Alexplorer is even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take us long at all. Then very well. I gratefully accept, but please, take all care. This ought to go even faster if you and I search for lightning charged beans on our own. Good hunting. Oh. 235 southwest. Let's look for some major currents then, shall we? Oh, that's probably over there, that way. This place is a mess. I need to get my chopper out. Realised. Oh yeah, I put my mounts in different spots at the moment. I've got this demonic head thing. Ah, you're both alright, thank goodness. You really needn't have worried so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all good now. Of course I was worried. You're my dear guests. But thank you, we truly appreciate this. Indeed, with this, we won't have to ask you the Royal Jar's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction for the people's protection. He thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen's Fiend. That's enough, Morhassa. If you have grievances, I'll hear them later, but to speak of the king now. No, she's right. He's never been one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us tour the farm. The folks here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You couldn't have favoured us a bit more with more uplifting words. My people are pride and joy. As you never failed to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Sphene. That I'll admit, but you'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. As for you called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Come now, this is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and the one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. Yeah. Now I believe we are done with the farm. Let's move on, shall we? Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts. I dare say your friends will also have returned by now. My thanks again for dealing with the fiends. Come and visit us any time. Lots of people here. There's much of Alexandria I would love to show you. Do you hear that?
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
Oh. A culling. A sacrifice. Someone's now over the age of 30. And they're on the run.
I'm glad you could make it. Are you with us?
Queen Sphene has come to see you.
I know who this is.
We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right. What's the matter, dear?
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
Namika, it's me! Wuklamat!
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end. Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
What the hell is a soul cell?
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on, in us.
What the fuck is going on?
Living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief.
Wait! Where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
So have we also left, or are we standing by? Oh, we're standing by. No, no, we're off.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
Oh.
It's not the end.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a Void Gate, or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding. I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm.
Ah,
The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
a calamity.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphin's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
Or they did, because of the rule.
Ah, but of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder. Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs. Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoralja resides.
Don't worry, I'll just break in.
That you'd let us in at all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoralja do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoralja's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm.
But I doubt people are dying here.
It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course.
Right, time to explore the map, guys.
Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunder Yards? Is that where she is?
I'm afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
Hmm.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep, anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud. Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
Why is Safine not wearing one of those? Oh, everyone just literally jumped in. Oh, this is very unsettling. We'll see how this is with other people. I've never seen nor heard of anything like this before. As far as I could tell, Pepone generally had no recollection of Namika. Where's Cryo? Oh, I think I already spoke to Cryo. Let's see how... Okay, Wook. What's going on? How could Pepona suddenly forget about Namika? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to others as well? I wonder. There's only one way to find out. Let's make an inquiry about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at the Aphorite. An old woman named Namika? I'm afraid I don't know that person, I'm sorry. I couldn't be of help. Was this where she was? Like in here? Yeah, she was in here. I do recall caring for someone until recently. Did you say it was a woman named Namika? Well, I can't say for certain if it was her. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, tried to block the chat a bit. I'm gonna keep it up, I think. Otherwise I'm going to forget it. Especially as I'm starting to feel a little tired. What's that? Do I know Namika? Never met anyone by that name. I've worked at the outskirts for a good while now. If she'd spent time here, I would remember. So it's the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if the memory of her has been purged from their minds. While such a thing might have been done with magic, to alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge in aper corresponding to the act too, and I sensed none in the moment. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Right before Pipona seemingly forgot, a light-on device on his head began to blink. Could this be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cells. Who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect would only cause confusion. Indeed, it can't readily solve the mystery about Namika. Perhaps we could search for Kalshula instead. Bean said to try the Plunder Yards. It should be in that direction. Oh? Impossible. Another kind of mechanical soldier? Looks dangerous. We better destroy it. Where? Should we give chase? I don't think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. Annabelle, are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing, I'm fine. Well, it went off in that direction. We're headed anyway, so let's try to track it down. Faster than it looks. I do not see it. No sign of it over here. Nothing but birds over here. That voice, could it be? Get a bit of Mass Effect vibes with this music just now. Like original Mass Effect. You found it? To the northeast then. Must be bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. An old coal mine. It appears to have long since been abandoned, like so many other places. I think it's safe to assume it went into the mines. The stones in these crates, could it be turquoise? So I went in here. I heard faint voices coming from inside, so I'm not alone, but we'll still be going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. I don't like this mount. That's fine. Machinery use, I think. Paper current. Finally. It appears no one has worked these tunnels in quite some time. I'm worried we've had to improvise countless times before, after all. The device made of electrode seems to be the only one here. This tunnel just keeps going. I can hear them, several people up ahead. Can't make out the conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going, stay on your guard.
What is this?
Aaronville!
A trap?
It really is you!
Huh?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elizabeth!
My darling, what now?
Is it the AI of his mum or something?
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
I'm not even gonna... Yeah, this is traumatic time, probably. Let's not make light of it.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galul Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Eleanor's spirit was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do, but you knew my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
I'm sorry?
Oh, this won't do. Come in, come in! Friends of my Eleanor Spear are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
I am just as confused.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
At this point, I doubt anything could possibly surprise me. Annabelle's mother is a floating machine, right? That makes about as much sense as everything else thus far. I can't say I understand what's going on, but at least Kakuya is safe. The Elegans had machines that could be controlled remotely. Is she using something similar to communicate with? As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can thank a few people in the world would be so spirited, but as to what's happened, we'll need to ask her. I'm just listening to this music for a sec. Definitely has a 9 vibe to it. Let's hear what she has to say. It's so wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Baldassion. It's been a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this is just a body that I control remotely. I use this for our operations. We're members of a resistance organisation, Oblivion we call ourselves, and the goal is to thwart Zoraljar's ambitions of conquest. As a leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can easily be found. Where I can't easily be found. I see. Whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are. Though truth be told, Oblivion was found for an altogether different purpose. And that is? As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. And does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? Excuse me. I'm afraid not. That was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole operation was stopping Zoraljar. But we failed to do that, and now he's taken an army outside the dome. of you wear those strange devices on your heads? Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electro technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation, to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. So these souls are not being sent back to the life stream. Souls as a common resource and payment for services rendered. How did Haydn allow for something like this? The void sent practice of consuming others for their aether comes to mind, and similarly I expect that the act comes from some risk. Oh. Hey, Zeromus. Won't the consciousness of others corrupt your own? That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? Then the reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so it should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserves one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being is that the regulator forcibly extracts memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people of it by Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. So this is what it meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators, and an integral step in soul cell production. Asahi? You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. Oh, this is Super dark and insidious. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here. On the surface, it's similar to the Yokhoi philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, this system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used electro to devise a means to save what lives they could, so the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save the people. I just find it hard to believe that Tiroli would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well, in fact. A great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them, if they so wish. Sabine didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She is the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. She also said she wanted to help us stop the Rolja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people a choice. Live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the nature of order of things. Quite right, but however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just a person to show you. As luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. Just got good with the Alexandrian music. Jude, take care or we get struck by lightning out there. One fellow reckoned you could dodge them by jumping back the instant there's a flash, but that's crazy if you ask me. Oh wow, there's a 10 reference. Nostalgia is my twin sister. Like most people, we're both used to wear regulators, but, well, let's just say a lot's happened. Firearms make the most sense for people who don't have combat training like us. That's why we salvage as many as we can from the mechanical soldiers and convert them for our use. I accidentally started healing myself. Oh, this is really insidious sort of plot. The whole thing of like instead of people dying, their soul is saved in there, but it's used as a battery to save someone else from dying. I really should bring out my chocobo again. So what's through here then? Something's going on over here, because people are travelling. $269 southeast. Maybe up there? Feels like it'll be up there. There it is. What the hell is this thing? That's an interesting two-person mount. $336 south. There we go, I wanted to get rid of the map. Oh, well though, I did just bring the map back. Ah, is this what I was looking for? Well, I was trying to go over the railroad earlier. $534 west. Okay. Okay, I found four out of the 10. $285 west. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it based on how this map's set up, but it's split in two with the that wall. I do wish that a lot of this stuff, was kept secret. Right. We knew of Toral, we knew of the first half of the plot. $133 north? Northeast. Aha! Here it is. Okay, other side of the wall. Hey, nice bike. Oh, they've got the peacock mount. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. The other side before the other side of the wall. Get myself lost in this place. So dark, gloomy and depressing. We're to see how the regulators work, but how? I'm sorry, but I just can't accept the idea of using souls as a resource. To alter the memories of a populace with such precision is no small feat. What does he intend to show us? So those regulators are to blame for everyone forgetting Namikia. For forgetting what a wonderful person she was. Everyone, good. Here, is this a reasonable time for... It is a responsibility of the Thunderyard's hunters to fellow any fiend found wandering the area. We're about to meet an acquaintance of mine, Striker, one of those hunters. Okay, I need to work my way around. What do you think of this box? I'm guessing food? Judged by its name, I take it this facility is for gathering lightning energy. Let's get this over with. While I'm not in the blind of the potential benefits of these regulators, the risk is inherent of giving another party the power to alter your memories cannot be overstated. Never mind the ethical considerations of using a soul in such a fashion. Given the opportunity, I should very much like to study Electrope on behalf of the students. Karuchia, what are you doing here, and what's with so many friends? Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assume they're wearing special regulators like Queen Speed's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they get struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't really much to see. Lucia said that you're a hunter, but wouldn't it be easy for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. The Thunder Yard is being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, eh? But these facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, as it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. The special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not much trouble to ask. Oh, of course. In which case, it'd be a shame to waste my effort on just any old beast. You can handle it yourself in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of demonstration. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. Oh, what? It's a worse version of a Phoenix Down. I'll help these guys out, get the experience. Oh, they've actually flown off. This one will do nicely. We'll help you. Oh, she's got monk weapons. It's fine, really. I've faced worse. Just watch. I think we saw Zerul do this. I don't like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no. Look out! But what about the damage to the actual body? 12 preserve. She needs healing. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. There's fake limit breaks. Like a fake job crystal, that sort of thing. Cheat codes. Just like the Roger. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator. I think I understand how Astrologian was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa, but I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me. You empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. I'm reminded of a serpentine soldier that we encountered at Vanguard who did the same. So you crossed paths with one of the king's elite. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they would allow hunters to carry many souls to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those are people and those are beasts. The soul of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about the souls of beasts? They work much the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of a chosen animal. If, for example, you used the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Striker. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the soul of other beings becomes more and more reminiscent of void scent. Yet, unlike the void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle in which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. The civilization in the reflections are surprising indeed. I don't think this is a reflection. I think that's going to be the reveal. This is not a reflection. Or if it was a reflection, it was sort of hidden. Like, you know, part of rejoining didn't fully join. Well, we all have our thoughts on souls. For now, the important thing is we know what powers Zoralja has at his disposal. It is one thing to separate corporeal aether from incorporeal aether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Turiolao's concern. With his newfound power, Zoralja has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. Ooh. Stonebreaker. Oh, okay. Oh, get some shortcake. I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all. But for now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. At this rate, there's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. That's a side quest here. Hunter Slick. Oh, there are blue quests here now. It is well that we could see firsthand how regulators are used to draw upon even the souls of fiends. I shudder to imagine how powerful Zoralja could become. To think that everyone has lived here for 30 years, long enough to become accustomed to this way of life. I understand the argument that we could even keep an open mind, if this practice is integral to their culture, but every fibre of being rails against it. What does Lamity wish to discuss, I wonder? I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Turiolao and Alexandria. And while Zoralja knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies beyond the enormous within that enormous tower Everkeep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kalchia and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way we could would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, but we shouldn't be too quick to trust. But the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zoralja. Sabine too claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simply, really, their leader is Erenbel's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sabine may feel, she's the ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. A fair point, and knowing Zoralja, we must assume that his arrangement with Sabine was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it'd be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on, there's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliolao. As you say, we have no proof that it really is Kalshua, but I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whatever we're going to war striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can, otherwise we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zorolja for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Envol. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if this sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, then we'll deal with it when it's sprung. So, that's always the way with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. The Barazol is possessed of conviction and flexibility both. If the tales are true, she'd learned much from the course of the Rite of Succession. With the resources at their disposal, I'm hopeful that Kaltura and her people will make great allies. I'm unaccustomed to seeing her make decisions as a ruler. Like a ruler. Better than the form of vacillating self, though. While I'm in all for dealing with Zorolja, we need to consider how our actions may affect ordinary Exandrians. They're not the enemy after all. You understand what regulators work now? I trust it's one of those things that's best seen in action. The wildfire can be dangerous out there. You need to take care of if you don't wear a regulator. Oh, hello again. Calcia, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no reason than to strike down Zorolja. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered my people. As a vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zorolja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. Gasp. I realise this is sudden. That is a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal, so fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve at the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. Then it's decided. Here's a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kalshia. Hey everyone, come together, we'll achieve great things. I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zoraljar's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides in the uppermost level, but while Queen Speen has a penchant of going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the Queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zoraljar will eventually march on to Yolal again. That's when we can go after him. The drawbacks is would have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put to harm. There's also a possibility that he leaves everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuli Yolal. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kona, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants the duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of this pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but he won't deign to appear, and will force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kono instead. He'll attack Tuli Yolal again, like he said he would. I see, if you believe this to be the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuli Yolal requires that Zoraljar leads his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts, keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defences. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Ishgard, and will make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zoraljar to move, you'll do well to prepare for battle and begin his part with familiarising yourself with technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside the tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding in a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is, how to get you through the checkpoint. Ah, about that, Sabine said she'll make it so we could enter without issue. She did? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see, perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when you're working together. But not when you're in a resistance cell, to be honest. Great, I thought I was on mic. Ah, god damn it. Am I going to get a meanwhile? This feels like a meanwhile. Meanwhile in Neverkeep. Ah, there we go. I must have coughed and forgot to put it back on. Oh, these are Soul Depository.
You've been consorting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing.
Hey, he killed you once.
To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason.
I need to understand what the hell's going on.
If you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliolal.
What now?
So they were on the brink of something before he came, but still so many questions. So many questions. Right, Kachua is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, they've got the Rathalos. Soon I will be able to think more easily solo the Rathalos. this way? It is this way, okay. But I've got some blue quests to do. I thought this was an actual like player car, like the regalia there for a second. Oh, come on. Okay, more foods, items, okay. Oh, Shalloa, what am I going to do with you? I keep telling you to take the hunter with you when you leave town. Well, if it wasn't Her Majesty's guest, did you enjoy your tour of Yapapi's Halo? I was told that even you helped set the water distribution system to rights. You know, I could really use someone with your talents right about now. The woman in charge is a very farm just left for the wilderness without a bodyguard. Seems to me she's investigating something, but that's no reason to put herself in danger. Last I heard, she was seen walking up the hill to the east of the farm. Could you go and make sure she's alright? Oh, what a relief. You're looking for a young Shatona by the name of Shaliak? Now, off you go, and thank you, dear. Pardon me, adventurer, but might I trouble you to lend me your aid? I found myself in a rather troublesome predicament. Earlier today, we were sent to a soldier and asked to test out for improved combat functionality. Asked a hunter to take it out on patrol, but not long afterwards I lost contact with them completely. I know the signal's weak out there, but I can't help but worry something might have gone terribly wrong. From the looks of you, you can handle your fair share of dangers, yes? Could you go to the thunder yards to see if you can find them for me? That's where I'm meant to go. I really hope we can take down the dome. Okay, level 100 monster. Cool, good to know. Probably a hunt mark. And then Shellyak. Got to be good. That was the last of my soul cells. I could really have died there. Thanks for your help, by the way. So, what brings you out here to the middle of nowhere? Auntie Nekadi sent you after me? That makes two people who just saved my life then. Do you mind coming with me to see her? I want her to know I'm safe and grateful besides. Oh. Oh. Who was down here? Couple of phlegmers. Chocobo level. I think I might have it. I'm not seeing experience appear for him yet. You saved my life. For a moment there, I thought I'd have to use my regulator. Now I somehow doubt an adventurer like you would just happen to be passing through. That researcher sent you to find me, didn't he? I better head back to explain what happened. You may well come and join me. I'm sure he'll want to know you're safe. No, I do not want to waste an ether rate ticket on those. I should put those into a my what's it? Retainer. That's the word. The hunter told me everything. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking such swift action. These soldiers require energy gathered from lightning, and yet lightning also proves to be their weakness. Apparently it took a nasty jolt in the thunder yards and went berserk. Honestly, why are you tinkering with offensive outputs when they could be correcting this glaring flaw in the design? Rest assured, the engineer in charge will hear all about my report. Sorry to trouble. For the trouble. I hope the small token will suffice compensation. Aether shard. Oh, Aether current. There we go. Not shard. Welcome back, dear. I can't thank you enough for rescuing this poor, reckless fool of a girl. You're not a child anymore, Sherlock. Act your age. Now, what do you say to the kind stranger who saved your life? I know I've already told you once before, but thank you, truly. I'm Sherlock, and I'm in charge of Yupty's Halo. To tell the truth, I'm still learning how everything works. I used to be an electrope engineer, but for some reason the government reassigned me. And I'm Nakitine, the farm coin keeper, or resident nag, depending on who you ask. Might you get your name, hero? Lexworth, rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? That's a name you best not forget, Shallow. You'll be dead were it not for her. Now, why in the world would you leave the safety of the outskirts by yourself? You've been acting so strange of late. It's clear you're hiding something. So what is it? There really is no getting anything past you, is there? Fine, I'll explain, but you have to promise to keep it a secret from now, alright? Truth is, I noticed that the farm harvests have been shrinking year over year, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. The staff all are doing great work, and as a former engineer, I can say for certain that the equipment is in proper working order. I even checked the pylons, and the readout was totally normal. But I don't know where problem. But I know there's a problem, and the longer we wait, the worse it's going to get. In a few years, the crops may stop growing entirely. Something has to be done. Well, it sounds serious, and I appreciate that you're taking the initiative to solve it. But I worry about you, Shallow. I have you putting your life in danger. I can't have you putting your life in danger. Next wolf out. Would you be willing to help her look into the matter? As an outsider, your idea of normal is sure to be different from ours. I reckon a fresh set of eyes will be able to spot something we can't. She's right. I could certainly use an unbiased perspective. Would you please help me, Lexwolf? Right then. With that settled, I think what you ladies need now is a good meal. Have a seat with your Auntie Nekati, who will fix you some fresh veggies. Yeah, no. Maybe another time. Hang on, are we actually in another cutscene? Oh, no. Cool. Right. Something there, okay. Oh, camera spin, okay. Ah, there you are. If Queen Sabina's wished to guess, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zorja's minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Sabina has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions would like to pass, if you would be so kind. Outrunner guide, unit identified, registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified, verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome guests of Queen's Fiend. What a relief. So, there you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. Finally, the second city.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the life back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore?
Alright, I've got that gear.
I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoralja's dominion, do you not?
We need to do better to understand who we're dealing with. Yep.
It's no less than our duty.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. The elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
They already are, because everyone looks so out of place
Once you've
here.
explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
And only
So-
the ninth floor.
What aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That, I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Eleanor, why didn't you mention this sooner?
Kind of important right now. What's going on?
Do you want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Tower's inside the tower. I can't seem to... I see, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back that way we came. So there's the Aephorite. There's the Oh, there's the Ethernet shard. So now I can come here whenever I want. So, Richard's favourite destination. Okay, yep, that'll be cheaper getting back here. Crossroads already? This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I've made up my mind. Let's head to that building over there. Bet by the weekend this place is rammed.
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one.
Okay. I was hoping to start going shopping.
I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, You needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihyolal. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Yep, still got most of the scions. Banquid, Oriangi, Ushdola, Alphano, Estinian, all still there. I won't yield on this either.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around?
From another queen.
Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me.
Still not fully
Very
comfortable
well.
with you.
I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That person
That
blue.
you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Right. Let's find our way. Aha! Oh, a collectible appraiser, yep. Scripted chain, Splender's vendor. Yep. Okay, so welcome Miss Careful's our selection. Okay. Air wheeler dealer. Yep, 7.5 million. Ah, I've not had this low in years. Oh, this is Meek. What the hell? So that's for rare hunts and such. Can't use those yet. Gemstone trader. Oh, there's still Mughals here. Sabine as our guide, we needn't fear getting lost. Let's begin, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing, I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near lay nodes, what you call afarites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it is right here, I will show you the Nexus arcade first. Please follow me. Oh yeah, I need to get the lay node or ley line here. This complex is home of all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, and you've observed this arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralised location. Amazing. How do you get all to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. You see these glowing patterns over yonder? That's an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. This one will spare us some walking. Are they also made from the strange metal what's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electrope. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, the electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In doing so, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion of wind produces flotation, which requires us to propulsion of our flying vehicles. Conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat. It is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There's even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it's possible to alter one's appearance. Dyes, glamour. It's almost scary when you can do with electrope. It's such a wondrous material. It exists in our world. I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. The shop over here, what does it sell? Ah yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. Still need to understand what this place is. Where did it actually come from? Where was it? That's materia, okay. Literally it's just to materia up here. Cool place to chill out actually. Or probably are role-playing. find the Aethernet shard. So, what would I do for a capable tradeswoman? Now, how am I to move all this merchandise? Must display my hand on land. Okay. Feels like Rowena there. This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. That's food. I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. The countrymen were two in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I'll purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky are for your Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on display are most popular. I recommend one of them if your first time. Select an item you're interested in. Slab of pink hexagons, liquid-filled pouch, long rectangular bar, hexagon patterned bag, black and yellow tip. Pff, danger. This here is cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing, but they produce it in the outskirts, but it's a slight more affordable. This particular product is known as Gold Label, and it's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. Ooh. Ah yes, a salad paste. This is designed for those of you concerned about their figure. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it will help your efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youth can't get enough of the stuff either. Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Ah, the revivifying tonic. Take it, you're thirsty? The flavour is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it says it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to this special container. This authentic fruit pellets. That's our best approximation of the taste of texture of grapes. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. That's going to be the bar. If it's never meant to taste dull. Yeah. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have a steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. That being a Majesty treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selection here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Let's dig in. Alright, here we go. Following Wicklemat's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing, I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken but flavoursome like Roronik, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind them, they're just happy to see your honest reaction. Now how about you? It's interesting. Oh, it's such a pleasure. My thanks for humouring me. This does take me back though. It was chaotic when the people of Tuliyola first arrived. We endeavoured to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Alright, what about you, Sphene? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. Alright, but what's your favourite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favourite food? She's an AI. Why do you have to wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experience has led me to believe the same. My favourite food? Is it such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labour to bring us the food, I just can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you don't need to laugh about it. Oh, baby Molja. Is it the son of Brawl? I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next I was thinking of showing up the residential district. But in part, I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation to be precise. And I believe it would be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you have seen enough here, and we'll make our way. Ready? Then let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I'll be glad to tell you about any places of interest that we come upon. Yep. This place is pretty big. Like, too big. That meat was so good, I have to get everyone at home to try it. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks and enjoy while you relax. I see, in Torleo there's a similar establishment called Expertia. That's a seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's a Huon who resemble the Tonwata, and the tall and graceful Elodite, and the diminutive and affable Malay. When they all gather here, they appear as mosaic in colours. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'll be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Turali dish, and one of my favourite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes, definitely. We'll make it happen once we restore peace to Turliolal. Right, let's continue on. Wrong way. Here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for about all Alexandria have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the left. Here, the residential radius 914. Residential radius? That's right. Come, the door opens automatically. Run through the water. Hey Speen, can anyone live in this place? Naturally, in fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. This is a lobby, a common area for residents. I see, and what does the machine there do? Ah, the concierge. They look after all the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they'll be glad to assist. Is that so? I've no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. This is the place. A mother and son live here. And we can just let ourselves right in. Hello, so Isadora? Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that alright? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please make yourselves at home. How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe apheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggle to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sabine visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. Can we, take them away from here? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There is nothing you can do for him. Perhaps a treatment with souls or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, and we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. Take down the barrier. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make you a proper visit next time, with treats to share. There's no need to apologise, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Oh, thank you, Queen Speen. Oh. Just take them out of the barrier. We've broken free. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, and be a good boy for your mother and for me. My thanks for accompanying me on a visit. The illness is part of the life in Alexandria, and I thought you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milos smile again. To think that they had such a problem. Ah, weapons coffer. Was it level 98 stuff? Cool. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Looks, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please, do not worry. Next I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we need to go by way of Node 9, where the Aphrodite is situated. Can't use the car. While here... Oh, government sector, recreation zone. Though I doubt I can go over to those areas yet. Let's try though. I think I can. Vans and bikes. Blue quest. Oh, is it above maybe? This place is absolutely huge. It's like an outside space. Ironheart. That tome, that wouldn't happen to be a sightseeing log, would it? Oh god, I think I bumped into your... Wayliff. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And dearest Elspeth? She's my twin sister, you see. I haven't seen her for 30 years. 30 long years. Not since I was trapped during my expedition of Yasalani. It brings me great joy to know she is well. Pardon me for asking, but might I see the notes she added to your log? She always did make such bold strokes in her lettering. Here. I've added my own notes. Some of the information may seem improbable at best, but I believe there is truth in every entry. Were I younger, I would set out and search for these fantastic sights myself, but alas, my body can no longer endure such travels. Though thanks to you, I feel lighter than I have been ages. Is there any one thing I should wish is to see my sister again before I die. There is so much I would share with her. But you have better things to attend to in this old woman's musings. Take care, kind adventurer, and may your journey lead you to vistas both beyond bright and unforgettable. Yep. Level 4's cultivated steak. Lovely. This area is so big and empty. Must be used for something else later. Oh, there's the Arcadian, I bet. So this will be for the raid series, not the raid, Yeah, the normal raids. Yeah, this is just them flexing now, really. This place is so empty at the moment. But then what? When the raid series does start, this place will probably be packed. I think there was a joke of where they announced the Arcadian, that raid series. These look like graphics cards. But Emmett, did you accidentally leave your Bitcoin mining facility open, running? Shit. I still need to. Okay, I've got the Arcadian resolution. That's the only. So government buildings. The conveyor head will transport you to the government sector, where resolution is located. The markings on the conveyor indicate its direction, and there is a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. But who said I was afraid? Come on, Lexworth. Strangely, it feels really empty for a new area. Yeah. Now if I can now teleport outside if I need to. Nothing to it, eh? A child's amusement ride. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job inductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside. Another cutscene.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
With knowledge comes appreciation. Although these people do not look like Kryle's parents in design
Very
either.
well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while.
Exposition time!
In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago it said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing.
Could this be black aurosite?
Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Sounds awful like an umbral calamity.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime.
So it's tied to the second umbral calamity.
But
were they from the source, or were they from
the people of
the
Alexandria
reflection?
had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man.
I still have a feeling she might be the final boss of this expansion.
Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
Take him out. Do it.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right, I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
Are we going to now glitch out? Oh.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much. It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
Okay, what are you going to do? She's stuck in some melancholy or something. What's that Sabine wanted to tell us, I wonder? Well, I can wait for another time. We've been exploring this for a while, and now we'll probably go to Kalakalu's meeting point. That'll be back at the way we came, I think. Yeah, this is just Yoshi P flexing about what he can do. I thought Tyrell would have been that. Oh, seriously, am I like a hair short of the next level? Anything here that possibly do that would be quick? Normal raid? That might be enough. Hopefully it's a raid I'm familiar with. Like an Alexander raid, or a Bissos raid, Pandemonium raid. I hope for Pandemonium. All that probably open up as expansions go. All this is very much There we go. Oh, whoops. Come on, why does it take... We're waiting for a DPSer there. Oh, that's going to hop in the deck. There we go. Right.
The famous...
Well, we... Oh, Midgard Sorma. Shit. I think I've done this like once. In. Out again. Oh. I'm not familiar with this fight. There we go, guessed it right. Am I safe here? I don't know. I am for now. Health's going down quite nicely. Let's do that just in case. Ah. Oh, okay. Ah. Chose the wrong way. I got caught. Okay, not much health left. Ah. Hey, leveled up. The other page is gone. So it's a monk, because you're doing something other than Picto. Right. Now I can turn in. Spain generally cares for her people. I can respect that for her. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Right. Okay, I don't know why they only the bottom two have got those rings. So we're supposed to go to the place called True View in the eastern sector. The conveyor ought to take us there. No, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, let's walk. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, we might as well explore a bit more. That's what, look over there. A Marauder child. What are they doing here? A blue-scaled Hubigo. No disc on their head. You notice too, right? The resemblance to a Zerolja. Blue scales are bull noir, and the features are Hubico. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to just leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. I bet they're nothing like Zerolja. Well, Zerolja just doesn't care if they are the father. So, what did I get at 89 or 98? Enhanced physics. Extended duration effects of increased HP recovery by healing actions to 15 seconds. Okay. So physics would be well, that's just a term for healing. This okay, yeah. So that's the this okay. It gradually restores own HP and HP though nearby party members. Care potency 100, duration 15 seconds. Gradually 130, duration 15 seconds. Effect additional HP recovered by healing action by 10%. The Arcadian looking GPU looking building. That'll be where the raid series is this time, so you're going to be, you know, probably combat arenas like. This is true view. Not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. Does it? Like nobody around. That building is just the only thing that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. What? Ah! I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm, we just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly appear. Could it be that they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? Aww. So it is. Alright, lead the way. Once you've chosen to part, Wicklemat will accompany you. Yep. no one here. Although I can imagine this place being rammed, just like Fanland is. Whereas that Han is. I mean, in from Endwalker. Oh. There's a bar. Is this where you wanted to bring us? What is this place? If you're meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? So you're still not inclined to talk. He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, is that on the house? I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one with liquor for the boy too. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kachui, but we ran into a child on the way and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Kachuya? In that case, you're going to have a chat with Big Tasso here. Big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. Big Fat Tassos. What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so you can tend to the bar with me. This has taken a turn for the strange, but you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Damned if it doesn't have suspicious written all over it. What's this fun place meant to be? Is it Kachuya there? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. What the? God damn, more Mad Max looking. This area is normally off limits, but Kachuya's told us about you. Just hold the corridor and head inside the room at the end. Let's go, Lexwolf. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised. I think this will be the last quest, because it feels like it's plot. Oh, same old music.
Wonderful! They're here!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Oh, does it?
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties?
I think that might be to do with Stormblood. It's the first time Shield's really with us.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it can be possible.
The power of a calamity itself.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point. But they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
Now you're going to explain your origin. Well, what you know of your origin.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves.
Oh.
I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Why is Spotify still
Yes,
showing in the corner?
Please! As an individual and member
go.
of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you. If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Oh, I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi, you two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
We try and find, you know, oh, okay. You know, find the, you know, your mother's mother in person. This place was originally designed as a preservation engineer. That's why it's wall to wall with contraptions. When I go to the attack, do you think I'm pushing forward too quickly? A little. I try to keep closer to the rest of us so you don't get surrounded. Better you than me. Seldom does one see Kral so openly impassioned. As a comrade, I'll do my best to support her. I feel for you. While Ginault is a brilliant adapter, this piece stuck on full volume. It's all I could do to put up with the clamour. Oh, by the by, you didn't know him before, did you? Don't see how you could, but for a moment there, you were looking like him you had seen a ghost. Trial. There we go. Shell has already extracted the data on the earrings. At long last, a clue. My apologies, but I'll remain here to review the information. So you had to see me passion spilling over. Happens when you put your heart and soul in a craft, you know. And not to be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you, as we've met in another life. Anyways, any road. As I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now, not a single wink, and I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to though. Got folks relying on me, see? But if I'm to keep at it, I need to fetch me my favourite energy tonic. That pouch is good for 2 cans. One for yourself on the. By the way, oh welcome. No, can't say it's stuff for old vending machine though. You need to talk to the bloke named Philemon. You'll find him tending the bar on the main strip. Off you go now. Right, let's move back to my machinist. So, this is just a repeat of what we've already had. Right. There we go. I'm going to call it there now. Been, what, another 3.5 hours? Roughly? Yeah, just over. I'm now in the back rooms. Now in Solution 9. Things are still getting so confusing and interesting, and I hope it makes sense. I really do. Because they've been good with the story crafting. But is this a rejoining of one of the current shards in a partial? Or was it a... They keep talking about lightning. Is it part of the second calamity? And they've sort of been in a kind of stasis, sort of between realms or something. But yeah, yawning. I'm not sure when I'll be able to continue the story, to be honest. Got plans tomorrow, and then Thursday I've got family visiting, and they'll be around for a few days, and I was hoping that I'd be finished by then, but yeah. I might do a bit tomorrow, and a bit on Thursday. No long streams, but yeah, lots of story to do. Maybe I'll work on getting a tank up to this sort of level as well. Let's go to somewhere a bit more normal. Astrologian's airships are still there. Oh yeah, I've got the new, my new mount. So. Oh wow, that's still not unlocked. Did I already take the money? On sales? Where is it? There we are. Airwheel 9. Designed and built in Alexandria, it's a single-rider flying vehicle used electric to convert lightning to wind energy, which is expelled to produce a levitate and propulsion. While airwheelers are extensively employed by the military, the A9 is a civilian model and does not come fitted with armaments. Hey, looking for an Airwheeler A9? Have you got any smaller sizes? Familiar customer. Ooh. This is weird to see flying around. Oh. I need to do a normal fight because I've not done the level 100 ability yet. level did it reduce me down to? I can't remember. Ooh. I had skill points to spend. Did not realise that. It's now maxed rank, but... Let's find the normal enemy to try and fight. You'll do. Jesus. Okay, that's kind of cool. Can't wait to try that out in the fight. Let's go with 3. And let's head to the inn. Let's exit game. Right. Thank you very much for anyone who's popped in to say hello. Hope everyone has a good night, and catch you all very shortly. Goodbye.